Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to a very short episode of Investing Fool. There won't be any presentation today. So, in today's video, we'll just discuss the Nifty Top 10 portfolio. If you remember, if you have watched our videos, then you remember of like a couple of videos ago, we talked about how the auto sector may be turning and maybe ending its bull run. And today we are going to see how the auto and consumption basket. We had talked about the consumption basket in that video as well. So auto can be considered kind of a subset of consumption, maybe. वैसे तो everything is consumption, but auto and consumption, how they have been reeling Nifty top 10 portfolio. So you can see our portfolio here, and we were outperforming the index for quite some time, like just a month back or maybe 3 weeks back. We were like 6 or 7% above the index pre-tax over Nifty 50. But see how the times have changed so quickly, right? And we have seen some massive slides in FMCG stocks, in auto stocks definitely. And we can see let me go to the core portfolio sheet and the sectoral indices. So let's look at the 1 month change of these indices. So Nifty Auto 1 month is minus 13% almost. You can look at FMCG, right? FMCG is almost down 10% on a 1 month basis, right? And consumption is also down 10%. Contrast this with some of the other defensive sectors, because whenever people say defensives, right, they usually say pharma, IT, FMCG, right? These are all defensives. But look at how pharma and IT have done in that same time period. So pharma is down 3%. Okay, IT is actually up 0.2%. It's probably one of the only few indices which is up. Okay, PSU Bank is up. It's actually almost the same. So IT is up 0.2%. Pharma is down minus 3%. But look at consumption, FMCG, and auto, all down 10% or more, right? And because we have significant exposure here, in our core portfolio, we have only Bajaj Auto, which is there in auto. But look at the stocks in this list. So we have Bajaj Auto. Today it was down 1.6%. Hero MotoCorp down 3%. Mahindra and Mahindra down 1.4%. And these were the stocks that were like making this portfolio run in the first place. If I take out Bharti Airtel, you look at the maximum gains that have come. M&M was so Bajaj Auto was also much higher. M&M was also much higher, and Hero MotoCorp was muted, but it was still good, right? So autos were driving the Nifty Top 10 portfolio in our case, and now they've suddenly shed all that performance and started underperforming, and along with them, like FMCG stocks have also been doing the same. So you look at Britannia, it is down minus 12%, right, after coming into the portfolio. That's a huge bummer. And I mean, soon we should be getting out of these stocks in the next rebalancing, which will be in a couple of days. If you look at the four stocks which are marked in red on the left, so BPCL, Hero MotoCorp, Britannia, NTPC, if I had to rebalance today, these four stocks would get out of the Nifty Top 10 portfolio. The problem is we never know, right, that the auto sector is turning fully or whether it might recover in the next few months. And I had done I just recently did a short poll on the YouTube channel as well. So if you haven't voted there, please let us know what you think about the auto sector. But the issue is that MLM, it has undergone such a stellar performance that even after falling 15% from the top, like look at the slides of these stocks from the top, right? Bajaj Auto has gone minus 23% fall from the top. Hero Motor is same, almost 23% more than that. MLM is 15% from the top, right? So they have slid quite a bit from the top, but because of their performance in the past and the way we account for the look back periods in the momentum ranking, Bajaj Auto, and if I had to rebalance today, Bajaj Auto and Mahindra would still remain in the portfolio, right? So that is one essential thing to understand, that the very short term underperformance may be there, but because the look back period is also high, and we are like looking over the longer horizon over which momentum typically works, because they have performed in that time period, they're still in the ranking, they're still not meeting the exit criterion, and like they may stay even longer, right? And then if let's say the auto sector tumbles down even further, then that's bad for us. If the and eventually they will get out at a later rebalancing, right? If the auto sector again somehow it balances itself, it steadies itself, and it probably gains some of the momentum back, then it may be a saver for us. So we do not know, it can go either way. My personal inkling is that auto sector probably has like run its course, and these stocks should get out sooner than later in the subsequent rebalancings. Okay, one thing I wanted to illustrate is that, so I already told you, right? Pharma, IT, FMCG, consumption, these are called the defensive baskets in the stock. But the defensives do not always perform or underperform or overperform together, right? You can see how FMCG has almost like crashed, right? And at the same time, you can see pharma and IT doing so well. That's one thing. The other is the basket of stocks that are coming in our screener that has also shrunk. So in the 500 in our core portfolio, the number of stocks which meet all our filters, all our criteria is around 200. In the Nifty 50 top 10 portfolio, you can see only 30 results are coming. So out of 50, 20 stocks are eliminated just like that, right? And you have only 30 stocks. Out of 30, you have to now pick 10, right? And yeah, if we look at the 10, the new stocks that could come in, right? So Trent we already have, Sun Pharma we have, Bharti Airtel we have. So HCL Tech and TechM. So IT, obviously there has been much discussions about IT doing well, and IT also has fallen the least, as we just saw. IT has fallen the least in the last 1 month. So IT stocks could be in, at least the large caps could be in for some action here in the Nifty top 10 portfolio. And the other is BEL. BEL is okay, but ICICI Bank. So banking also has like even in today's session, I think banking was one outperformer. If you see, look at the Nifty Bank performance here. So PSU Bank was up 3.64%, Private Bank up 1.5%, and Nifty Bank was up 2.1%, right? These are the best performers in today's session, right? Banking and financials. So ICICI Bank could be another stock that could be coming in to the Nifty top 10 portfolio. About the portfolio age is like 8 months. So we started in the beginning of March, and 8 months is too small anyway to judge outperformance or underperformance. So even when we were outperforming, I was always of the opinion that like, okay, some sectors are performing, we are going high, but do not expect like an outperformance of 6% in 8 months. वो नहीं होता, and it is in this large cap space, at least it's very difficult to eke out an outperformance for a very constrained basket of stocks like Nifty 50, right? 50 stocks है, वैसे भी filter कर दिए तो there are only 30 stocks left, right? Out of 30, you're picking 1/3 of the kind of the filtered universe that you've got, right? So anyway, it is going to be difficult, but obviously we'll have to see the performance over the years. This is unlike the core portfolio on which I am actually invested. I'm not personally invested in the Nifty top 10 portfolio, but yeah, it will be good to watch how the performance continues in the future. When there is aggressive like churning of sectors, right? Like the way auto and consumption and FMCG have corrected in recent times, and maybe banking is gearing up for an up move. We do not know. Whenever like these kind of aggressive changes happens in a very short time, it like there is a very likelihood of there is a very high likelihood of you seeing these kind of movements when sudden outperformance converts to sudden down performance. And if things like change, we'll see how the performance trajectory happens in the future, right? Anyway, one more thing. Let's take a look at the core portfolio as well. So we took a look at these sectors. Let's take a look at the sectors. So we took 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 a look at the In terms of the core portfolio, there was not much to discuss. The post-tax alpha has come down below 4% now. Even on today's session, we actually grew a little bit less than our benchmark index, which is Nifty 500. Advanced decline ratio of 1.1, so almost equal number of counters gaining and losing. You see Dixon and Power India and MCX were the gainers, each with about 4 to 5% gains. Trend I didn't expect to gain today, but it was up 1.2%. The major losers were Torrent Pharma 3.3%, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, we will be going for the rebalancing in a couple of days. I don't think many stocks may change hands or may get kicked out uh, from our core portfolio, but we'll see. Also, in just the last thing, in November we may start, because we will complete 1 year of our core portfolio, this portfolio, in the middle of November. From the beginning of November, because this is our 1 year closing month, we may start another experimental portfolio of all caps, so all stocks including micro caps and everything. It may be a 50 stock portfolio, still working that out. I'll make a separate video about that whenever that is launched, and we can track that. Just like the Nifty top 10 portfolio, as of now, what I thought is I won't be deploying my personal, I won't be allocating personally to the all caps portfolio, right, which would have 50 stocks. It would be kind of a nightmare to manage for me as well. So I personally would continue with this Nifty core portfolio, but we will start tracking it and experimenting with it. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and hope you have a nice day and a nice next two sessions in the market. That's all for today. Thank you. Bye bye.